Breaking on DC News Now at 9, Hurricane Milton makes landfall in Florida as a Category 3 storm. Heavy winds and rain slashing the state's west coast right now. Officials sounding urgent warnings. Stay indoors as the storm moves through. Look at here, these light posts, the wind just whipping there down in Florida. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. There are so many dangers that come from this storm, but the most concerning may be the potential for another historic storm surge. We have live team coverage for you tonight as we track Hurricane Milton. DC News Now's Max Marcilla is at Reagan National Airport with a look at the travel impacts.
Yeah, but first, let's start out with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And Janessa, Milton hit tonight just south of Tampa.
Yeah, thank goodness. Location mattered with this situation. And since it's south of Tampa, it's Sarasota, unfortunately, that's going to get the highest storm surge with this situation. If it was a little bit north, that 9 to about 15 feet that we were forecasting would have impacted the metro area of Tampa, and so they have lucked out from that impact. We have many other impacts that are really fluid right now across the Tampa area. Here's the stats. This is the third landfall for the 2024 season across Florida, and it's a major hurricane coming in as a Cat 3 with sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. The pressure on this storm system very low, down to 954, and that allowed us to see a significant rapid intensification phase. I'm going to zoom in here for your family and friends. If you're worried about them across St. Petersburg, definitely seeing kind of the brunt of the wind situation at this hour. I'll stop this lapse just so we can see the Tampa area, all the flash flood warnings that are currently in place. This is the northeastern side of this hurricane, which is known as the dirty side, and then you have this bay that continues to push in water. And so that's where we're going to be watching at least 6 to 9 feet storm surge making its way into Adamsville, Apollo Beach, into the Gulf City area. And so this has been sitting there for the last 90 minutes, and so significant water is starting to form. Here's where you had the landfall just south of Sarasota, and so storm surge with the back edge of the storm system is going to push in. This is where storm surge comes from. It's from the southern quadrants of a hurricane, and so water is going to continue to push on shore. The timing didn't matter with this storm system, but what is super helpful for storm surge, now it's not going to happen on high tide, which comes in around 4 a.m. And so that's super beneficial for it to come in a little bit early. I have more in this forecast. It's coming up.
All right, a little bit of good news there, Janessa. Thank you. Now here's a look inside of Milton. NOAA is sharing this video, and it shows these waves more than 28 feet tall, the wind gusts as strong as 75 miles per hour. Just look at the whitecaps. They say that this was taken just 40 nautical miles from the center of the storm.
And possible tornadoes have now touched down in the Everglades and the Fort Myers area. Taking a look here at some of the debris and flooding after one possibly buried through. You can see the tree limbs down there, also covering roads and yards all across the Everglades and in Fort Myers, Florida.
Now, even before Hurricane Milton made landfall, it brought torrential rain, tornadoes, and tropical storm force winds along the Florida coast here. This is new video in Tampa. Take a look just before the storm made it to land, and you can see the trees being whipped around here by the wind. There's about a 500,000 homes and businesses right now without power. Also, right now, the Tampa area is dealing with some extremely heavy rainfall causing catastrophic flooding. Several inches have already come down. Governor Ron DeSantis giving an update this evening, urging families, please stay inside.
Stay put until the storm is passed. If you are in Sarasota, Manatee, some of those areas where the eye of the storm is going, it may be where things calm down for a minute. Just understand that means you're in the eye. It's going to go back and get really nasty very soon. So don't go outdoors until it is confirmed safe.
That was a message for people who are riding out the storm tonight in Florida. Others are camping out in higher ground. Some took flights out of Florida before the airports there, many of them in the region closed. And we're feeling the impact here in the D.C. region. According to FlightWare, nearly 150 flights have been canceled today at our area's 3 major airports. All right, D.C. News Now's Max Marcilla joining us live tonight outside Reagan National in Arlington. And Max, many of those flight cancellation, obviously because so many flights are canceled and airports are closed down in Florida.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. The flights that were supposed to go to Orlando and Tampa, they never happened. Those airports have been closed all day, and that's left just a few last flights leaving Florida coming here to D.C. for the people trying to fly away from Milton's path.
Just kind of, again, scrambled and figured we would leave early before the airport started shutting down.
Chet Gowda and her family made it safely to D.C. on one of the last flights out of West Palm Beach, an airport on the west coast of Florida she says was eerily quiet.
I don't know if it's because the snowbirders haven't come down yet or people have already gotten out of town. I'm not really sure. But I know the Tampa airport was pretty packed and everyone's trying to evacuate.
Keyword there was. The airport not packed today. It's shut down, as is the Orlando airport and West Palm Beach as of 9 p.m.
Milton is a history-making storm, and a lot of the airports in Florida preemptively closed.
Zach Wichter is a consumer travel reporter with USA Today. He told us with all the cancellations, there are a few things to know for flyers who were going to head down to Florida from the DMV.
You are automatically entitled to a refund if you choose not to travel, even if you bought a non-refundable ticket.
What's your best advice if you have a flight down to the Tampa area and it's been canceled?
Honestly, I would say take the refund. If you don't absolutely have to go, it's probably best to postpone that trip and just plan to rebook it some other time. If there's an emergency reason, just try to be as flexible as possible.
But however long it takes, Gowda says her home city will be resilient.
We're definitely feeling down, but we know we'll get through this.
Now, as for when those airports could reopen, Wichter says it really depends. Look, if the airports took the precaution and made sure the planes are out of the way of some debris, it could help speed the reopening process. But he also says if the runway gets damaged, if the terminals get damaged by the storm, that of course could make it take even longer for it to reopen. That is all up in the air now and will be for a little bit longer. Reporting live at Reagan National, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, plenty of unknowns there, Max. Thank you. In Western Maryland, 2 Gaithersburg Red Cross teams are headed to Florida tomorrow morning. They're bringing mobile command centers to help with relief efforts. The Red Cross says it is working closely with local officials, and their teams could be there for weeks if needed.
And we will have continuing coverage of Hurricane Milton throughout our newscasts at 9:15. We have a live report from Florida. Plus, you can always stay on top of the developments online at dcnewsnow.com. Meanwhile, developing now in the district, they were laid off about 2 weeks ago. Now, former Circulator employees, they are demanding answers from the mayor.
In fact, tonight, about a half dozen of these laid-off workers, they rallied outside of Mayor Bowser's Northwest home. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone has been following this issue for us.
Yeah, Marielle's live in studio tonight. This is just a latest attempt to get some attention, Marielle, and also answers.
Yeah, Chris, it really is. These employees, they say they still feel confused and even blindsided by that decision to eliminate this service and their jobs. Now, we know the city is pointing to low ridership and rising costs, but that aside, employees, current and former, say they don't deserve the type of treatment they're receiving from the city. As DC Circulator service winds down, former employees are still left stunned.
So it's been an up and down roller coaster, really.
Penny Mwangi was one of 90 employees laid off last month. She says the 1-week severance pay she was offered, based on a list of conditions, including her driver's record and work attendance, isn't enough.
And what will 1 week do for me? Me and others have. You have your condo to pay, you have your house rent to pay, you've just got your upkeep.
Mwangi and others rallied outside the mayor's home Wednesday, demanding to be made whole and demanding a response.
The mayor has been quiet. She didn't speak to us. She doesn't say anything.
Her injustice behavior is causing us to be depressed.
Circulator Supervisor Daryl Harrison has worked for the agency for 10 years.
We did our job. We were professional Everybody loves circulating.
He's calling on the mayor to back a resolution passed by council earlier this month, which would give employees a financial payout using any profit made by selling circulator buses and equipment.
They want to give us the money. You saying don't give us the money.
The stress of the situation driving his push forward for answers.
You know, I got a wife at home that's sick, need a kidney transplant. So now I got to try to find another job. Now I got to also get myself in a place to get insurance for her. Why? Because somebody else negligent.
And I did reach out to the mayor's office asking for some comment about that rally. I did not hear back. Chris and Susan, employees, they continue to maintain that ridership on those buses was not down and that service should not be cut. Live in studio, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, the update there. Marielle, thanks. Meanwhile, in Northwest D.C., traffic safety and noise. Those are the main complaints from neighbors in Mount Vernon Triangle. They're trying to block the district from putting a temporary jail in their neighborhood. That facility would hold people for up to 24 hours before their first appearance in D.C. Superior Court. The district says it needs this facility because current central cell block at the Daly building is in need of major repairs. ANC2G Chair Rochelle Negro and others are pushing back, arguing their neighborhood does not have the capacity for the potential traffic.
The in and out of the detainees, all the employees, the vendors. It is going to be a 24/7 operation, and literally there is not enough room for all of the vehicles.
The director of the Department of Corrections addressed public concerns, saying no detainees would be released from the central cell block, only Superior Court in D.C., and that soundproofing material would be installed.